Greetings, air signs. Welcome, my dear friends, to Eureka Elementals. I want to thank you so very much for joining me in whatever time, space, place, or dimension this finds you. Air signs, this is, a different kind of reading. I'd gotten a slight download from another download that said fortune favors the brave. And your ancestors, the angels, your guides, they want you to be brave. I was led to a couple, of decks on this one. This is the Shaman's Oracle, Wisdom and Guidance from the Ancestors. I haven't used this deck in roughly about 3 years. So we're going to tap into that to see exactly what they wish for you to be brave about at this particular time. And then we're going to see what actions they wish for you to take. Get some tarot on that. And then we will pull the fortune oracle as the outcome. Okay, so with that, I want to thank you for joining me. I do hope this finds you well. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you are returning, well, thank you. Okay, and with that, let's begin. Anything you need to know about me is in the description. Very interesting here. We're starting out, and bear with me because I have the decks kind of out and about. We're starting out, fortune favors the brave. So shaman of foresight, and the ancestor of illusion. So we're going to tap into those energies and see what exactly that they're trying to tell you. The shaman of foresight. Okay, so the shamans, they're all by kind of tribes. Okay, so these are messengers of becoming. Okay, so foresight, let's tap into that. And this is the only part of the reading that I will be reading. The others, we're just going to dive right on in. And again, it is because this is not a deck that I use too often. However, because I got the kind of download that I did and the times that we are in, if you know, you know, then you'll understand and appreciate why I'm being urged to do this. I am the shaman of foresight. I traveled the road before you, bringing back reports of what lies ahead. So like a scout, okay? I can teach you to see beyond the moment, to live in such a way that whatever new task you undertake, you are always ready to adjust accordingly. I prepare the way ahead, ensuring that wherever your journey leads, you will enter into each new moment with clear intent and true perception. So it's like a scout that, that goes ahead and perceives if it'd be a good place or good fit for you. Foresight enables us to find a way towards our own destiny. It takes us safely past obstacles or traps, beyond stormy seas into calmer waters. For our ancestors, the ability to imagine what might happen next would have often meant the difference between life and death. In our own lives, foresight means being prepared for every eventuality. The shaman of foresight helps us to work on our expectations so that we are ready for whatever life throws us. The image on this card shows the handprint of the handprint enclosed in a cage. Foresight shows us how we may avoid such captivity in the first place. Okay, so I'm hearing Bob Marley, set the captives free, Exodus. So, and it popped up in my head, so I have to honor it. So the interpretations, being prepared, being watchful, transcending the moment, looking ahead, interpreting signs, taking advice, acting intentionally, listening to instincts, dreams, and visions. And let me tell you something very, very important too, because everything that happens in a dream, okay, is a foreshadowing of what energy is surrounding you. Okay, but at this time, your ancestors Fortune favors the brave. They want you to move ahead, bravely move ahead, but perceive and have the foresight, okay? Be prepared for whatever is thrown your way, okay? The ancestor of illusion. Why? Let's find out, because the ancestor of illusion is about to give us insight, okay? Page 43, ancestor of illusion. Let's see, okay? I am the ancestor of illusion. I can show you the true nature of those things around us that may appear to be beautiful, but have a darker side hidden behind them. Life has many aspects that seem other than they truly are. My deep insight can uncover the reality behind this surface sheen. I will walk beside you and ensure that you are not led astray by appearances before you reach your true goal or your true resting place. The ancestor of illusion. Illusion can often trap us very easily. We are only too willing to become ensnared because the truth is something we would find uncomfortable. The ancestor of illusion, here represented by its opposite, the tranquil image of the gazelle drinking from the waters of truth, serves to teach us the folly of such willful self-deception. The truth is always available to anyone who is patient enough to stalk it. With this ancestor stepping elegantly by our side, we are led to recognize the beauty of truth and the deceptive character of falsehood. Once we achieve this insight, we will never opt for delusion again. So listen, they're warning you, right? Okay, fortune favors the brave who is able to tell the fake from the real, okay? And it's kind of apropos that this is happening in a world of people are now, all of these handbags and all this other fashion, this and fashion that, wearing labels, and and they think that they're walking around in something that costs $50,000 and it's all made from the same damn place that the person at TJ Maxx gets it from too. It's very funny. It's very funny. I don't waste my money, okay, because I've always seen the game. You have to see past the illusion. Okay, all of these things are just brands of insecurity. This is what it's about. So if you have to wear labels and whatnot to make you feel better, wear eyelashes that are not yours, hair that's not yours. I mean, your hair, if you're using it to cover your crown, whatever, but again, if it becomes something that you cannot identify yourself beyond it, or you see people are having medical issues now because of all of the stuff that they put on their bodies that is foreign to their bodies. So you have to temper a lot of what you do, and ask yourself, at what point will I be willing to walk away from this? Because that's it. And my extent of the falsehoods are the fingernails. That's it. Everything else on me is real. I don't play those games. But again, if I have to, I'll stop doing this too. And that's one of the things. So see, it's asking you, and this is very pertinent in a world where we have even, I guess now that they have these, when you take pictures of people, you can take out all of, make yourself perfect, like nothing's ever wrong with you. And the imperfections is what makes us beautiful. So Spirit is asking you, see past the illusion and always be prepared. Okay. In order for you to be bravely move forward and to move forward safely, bravely and safely move forward, you have to be prepared to see past the illusions. And that also means to see past the illusions that being thrown to you, 922 on the timer, because these places will tell you anything to get you past the gate. They will give you anything. They'll tell you anything for you to acquiesce and believe whatever they're trying to spin to you. And if you do that, my dear, then you'll be in a whole heap of issues, because you will be giving away your rights and everything else too. So, the promise, and this is what was at the top of the deck by the time we were done shuffling, the dancer of promise, okay? The dancer of promise is the one that gets to get out the cave and live to see another day. The promise is in you. Their promise is in you. They want you to know that they know that their promise is within you, but you have to be brave enough to get out of the cave, right? And see past, the picture that's on the cave too. 1022 on the timer. So how do you have foresight? You do your research, right? Knowledge brings wisdom. The number here is 2. Okay, wood ox, right? You're going to get the enlightenment from the divine, but you're also going to have the foresight to have the planning too. Take the plans, air signs that you need, and this is right up your alley because it's all mental work, okay? Mentalism, right? Have the foresight, be prepared, you plan, and then you execute the plan, okay? And then you're going to make sure, because if you're going to make certain moves, you're going to make sure that it's in harmony with the season. Listen, okay, the powers that, the ineptitudes that were, I'm not going to give them that kind of energy anymore. I was 11:11 when I said that, right? That believed, okay, and the be live, okay, that they ruled people. They do things that are in harmony with the seasons. They have their rites and rituals that are aligned with keeping us or attempting to continue to keep us under this illusion. And so we're now flipping the script, right? What are you going to do? You're going to move with purpose. You're going to move with foresight. You're not going to move with their delusion or illusion. Rather, you're going to make moves that are knowledge-based, on wisdom, and in harmony with the seasons. Meaning, you're going to know when to reap, when to sow, when to plant, so on and so forth. Because their plans for you is not for your betterment. So you better know what is right for you, okay? And the other thing now that you're also going to do, when you do these things, it puts you in a different energy. So the number so far is 2, 16, which reduces to 7, 2, 7, 3, 12, 3. It allows you then to move up the vortex, increase your frequency, spiral up, and out, okay? Hopefully, right? That's what you need to do. And at that point, when you're spiraling up in frequency, you're no longer under the illusions, the delusional illusions, right? You're not being spoon-fed by what they want you to see, right? Instead, you create and live a life where you've redefined your boundaries. Number 23, that Jordan error. You're on your own energy. You see how high he's jumping? You're over the fence. They can't keep you trapped in, but you also create your own boundaries. You have your own energetic boundaries. You have your own field. And here the sun is behind you. The sun is enforcing your power. That you are growing in your own energy. You've created your own force field. Their force field and their frequency and their traps have nothing on you. Okay, so this is how you need to play this game. Right, and I do call it a game because that's exactly what it is too. Now give me something here for the air signs. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, okay. That was what, so the thing about it is that you can see here with the Shaman of Foresight, all of these wands, a lot of time, 10 wands, right? That was the entire intent, right? To have people so busy and so burdened that they could never research and never find out what they need to do to get past the illusion and to get out of this matrix too. But what have you done? All of these, right, are also areas of specialties. Those are knowledge. Those are things that you know, insights that you have, wisdom that you have gained. And when you're at the point where you're at the apex, this is when you transcend, right? Because now you're working in harmony with the seasons. Do you see that? She's picking up one of them that fell, but things are blooming under her feet. Your blooming season is here, darling, okay? And you've called a judgment on the illusion, Okay, you have assessed, you took a deep reflection, and there was a holy reckoning within you as to what's going on in your life. And you're saying, you know what? I have all of these areas of specialty. Let me put them to use so that I can maximize on my blooming season too. I need to work in harmony with the season to make sure that this illusion has no kind of hold on me. I'm going to be the person who creates my own reality. And that is exactly what you need to do. So what you're going to do, okay, you have the foresight, you put it into action in the right season, okay? Let's see now. Let's get something here on the Ten of Wands and Judgment as it pertains to Wood Pig and the Vortex. Okay, it is what it is, right? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, you're going to move with intent. How you going to move up the vortex? Okay, you're going to take the high ground. You have the moral high ground. Here with the Seven of Wands, your ancestors are fighting them back too, but your stick, okay, goes up to the divine. Their sticks are limited. They're putting their wands against you. This is the system fighting you. But what? Your stick goes up to the ether energies. You see that? The ethers, they're supporting you. They don't have that support, right? And you're also on the moral high ground too. Why? You've increased your vibration. You're now in the vortex, in the higher vortex. They got nothing on you. They can try to put things on you, but they have nothing on you because you have balanced yourself and you're no longer interested in the illusion too. You've balanced yourself and you're no longer interested in the illusion too. Okay? You're like, no, thank you. The ancestor of the illusion, of illusionist, you've done your job. You balanced yourself as they ask you to do by having the knowledge, the wisdom, and the foresight to see beyond the illusion and then get yourself balanced too. 1 foot on the earth, 1 foot in land, and you're making everything work for you. Growing your own field, your own crops as well. Do you see that here? Look at that. Okay, again, you're fertile. You have fertile crops wherever you are. Okay, so you're learning now to make the seasons work for you, right? While everybody else remains under the illusion. Okay, here you are with the Three of Pentacles, redefining your boundaries and building a brand new community as well too. This is how they want you to operate in these times. There's going to be a point where we're all going to have to be engaged in active community building. And they want you to be aware of that too. Brand new community. Why? Because the others who believe in the delusion, this is where they'll be. But you'll be safe behind good boundaries and in your community with the sun shining on you. You're being told to follow your heart, okay, and be led as to what you need to do. Is there any additional message for the air signs? Spirit, I'm only going to go do this once. If you have final outcome, this would be great. If not, I'm going to go straight to the fortune. I'm not going to push it. Okay, so let's see. Okay, look at that. The Ten of Pentacles. It is what it is. You are building a legacy. Okay, you don't get to build a legacy, a brand, a wealth of this proportion unless you build a community too. Okay, successful people, okay, do not fit in the mold. They don't follow the delusion. Okay, they don't follow the path of a delusion. They create their own path. What were you told? To go ahead, have the foresight, and make your plans accordingly. You're going to carve out your own destiny. You're going to carve out your own initiative. 1919 on the timer when I said that too. And what you do, in essence, you're going to find the holy grail that works for you. It's not an illusion. It's going to be the community, a brand new community that you're setting yourself apart, that's going to create a brand new legacy wealth, generational wealth for you and your family too. And air signs, we're going to conclude at 1945 on the timer. I have to turn my back to try to get this last deck. With your Chinese fortune, what is the outcome for the air signs? This will be for the Geminis, Libras, and Aquas. Whoa! Wisdom. Did you see? Phew! Wisdom. Right? It is better to be wise. Okay, wisdom is more worthy than gold, and so is trust too. So you want it both. You want wisdom and trust. That at the foundation looks like you're going to have a reunion too. But wisdom is worth more than gold, and you realize that, okay? You have wisdom here twice, okay? With the knowledge, with the wood ox, right? Yes, knowledge brings wisdom. This is what you seek. So it all starts, right, by being brave enough to be wise to make the right kind of moves. And my dear, this is how fortune, my dear air signs, this is how the fortune favors the brave actions that you take moving forward too. I love you, and I'll see you next time. All the best.